there is one great thing about the truth. There is one great thing. If you become conscious, aware of truth, it automatically changes your life. If you just understand that fire burns you, naturally you will not put your hand in the fire. Even in unconscious, you will not put your hand in the fire. If you understand you are psychological slaves of all these guys, naturally you will see your personality will get integrated. Because in every day, in every moment, you will remember that these are the guys, I am slave for them. So you will see by and by, step by step. Just yesterday one devotee was telling me, Swamiji, suddenly for last 3-4 months, I don't feel connected to all my family. It is not that I don't love them. This is the very word she told me. It's not that I don't love them. I love them. But somehow, I don't feel attracted. I don't feel that continuously bothering about them. Previously I used to every day ring up and find out. Now I don't feel like ringing up and finding out. But I love them. I am totally very detached. Is it right? It's really a good feeling. You are growing. You are really growing. You see, when the Anahata opens, when you center yourself, you will not continuously bother or worry about the others. It is not that you will hate them. You will love them. You will care for them. But you will be totally an individual. You will understand you are a total individual. You will first time respect yourself. You will have the dignity, the real self-esteem about yourself. If you are continuously bothering means, don't think you are loving them. You are bothering about their attention towards you. You care just so that they will care for you. It's a business contract. It's just a bargain. You stand with a big begging bowl. Oh, please give me your attention, give me your attention. And she is standing with a much bigger begging bowl. And both begging bowls hit each other every day. Tuck, tuck. All the sounds which you hear in your house is nothing but the clashes of begging bowls. Clashes of begging bowls. Really, when you love, you become totally detached. And then also you care. It's not that you don't care, but you are not slave. I have a list in your bedroom very clearly. You can even, if you feel that my husband will read, my kids will read, you do one thing, I have a nickname for everybody. And write that, that's all. I have a small cartoon diagram for everybody. If your husband has got 2 big teeth, write teeth. If your wife is very short, then I have a small cartoon of round. I have at least a cartoon or the nickname so that only you understand. Every day at least once you remember, these all the people can depress you. They have got the potential power to depress you. You will see your personality gets strengthened. You are weak because you don't know you are weak. The freedom has got its own intelligence. The truth has got its own capacity. The very moment you understand you are slave, you work for freedom. As long as you don't understand you are slave, you never work for freedom. The moment you understand you are slave, you work for freedom. This will continuously remind you, all these people can exploit you. If you are a slave of somebody psychologically, then verily they can exploit you. I tell you, the fatal diseases come only when you have the low self-esteem and attention for, as begging for others' attention. If you can't stand on your own leg, if you can't stand independently, if you can't center your energy in your own heart, only then you get all fatal diseases. All fatal diseases are caused if you can't stand independently on your own feet. Don't walk with 100 legs. It means you are not walking, you are crawling. Not even crawling, rolling. If you walk with 2 legs, you are walking. If you are walking with 100 legs, you are crawling. Understand whether you are walking or crawling. Write very clearly. I am psychological slave of all these guys. And write very clear list of names. So that again and again your personality will be getting integrated. Understand this one thing. This is a very simple understanding that your psychological slaves of so many persons will integrate you and you will start giving real love. When I checked that person's, yesterday a person who spoke to me, that Swamiji, I am losing the attachment to everybody. I just checked that person's energy. The heart has started functioning so beautifully. The Anahata has become so integrated. The growth has started happening. I tell you, when you grow, even your detachment is a great service to others. If you don't grow, even your attachment is a big possessiveness for others. You will be eating others' head. Most of the time in the name of love, you only eat others' head. Don't think you are loving. How much you are eating others' head, only if you ask others, they will tell you. Just go and talk to your husband. Then you will understand how much you eat his head. Whatever you do in the name of love, if you go and talk to their kids, then you will understand how much they are eating their head. If you really mature, integrate your energy, even your detachment will be such a beautiful help for them, others. You will understand everybody. If you are just very wildly possessive of others, then you will never bother about others' good. You will only try to fulfill your desires about them, that's all. You will only keep them such a way that continuously they give their attention to you. They are almost like your extensions, that's all. You will only use them. You will never love them. You will never give something to them. When you center yourself on your heart, you really become a beautiful wife and beautiful mother and beautiful husband. As long as you have your energies on others, you will never be neither good mother, nor good father, nor good wife. Only when you can stand up and say no to anybody, only when you have the freedom to say no, only when you have the courage to say yes when you want to say yes. When you want to say no, say no. When you have the courage, you are integrated in your heart. Then I tell you, your health also will be beautiful. Your love towards others also will be really beautiful. Otherwise, you will be only disturbing your health and you will be disturbing others' health. Understand very clearly. Go and write first this homework. Day after tomorrow itself do it. First write this and put it in your bedroom. So that continuously your personality starts growing. You remember, all these guys can depress me. So you integrate yourself. The solidification of the personality is the first thing for spirituality. The basic condition for spiritual growth is solidifying your personality. That happens only when you center yourself on the heart. That is why I tell you, the technique to work on the Anahata Chakra is the basic technique for everybody. The Maha Mantra. Now we will enter into the meditation technique to center our heart, our energy into our being. This technique will totally awaken your real freedom. Only when you bother about your being, only then your health and the other's health can be maintained. So now let us work on the Anahata Chakra, the heart center, to center yourself into the being. It's a beautiful meditation technique from Tibetan Buddhism. Let me explain this technique, then you will start doing. Any of you who have not done this Maha Mantra meditation, raise your hands. Oh, there are so many. 4 instruction. Listen properly. People are doing second time, third time. Attend totally so that the next time the teacher's training time it will be useful for you. It can be useful. You can use this for teacher training time. 4 instruction. One is sitting straight. Sitting straight means your neck, head and the backbone should be in one line. Next instruction, let me finish all the instruction, then you do it. Next instruction, closing your eyes. When I say close your eyes, I don't mean close your eyelids. I mean something more. Now, as on now, when you open your eyes, you see all these things. When you close your eyes, you see all these things inside TV. Inside there is a TV going on. You see everything inside TV. Don't do that. When I say close your eyes, I wanted you to shut the visualization portion. I wanted you to shut the visualization or seeing the things inside. How to do that? Whenever you close your eyes, you can always see the eyeballs will be slowly moving. The movements of the eyeballs will be there. Don't do that. Just give pressure from inside so that the eyeball movement stops. Feel, visualize as if both eyeballs are become like a stone. Just for 60 seconds, not more than that. Just for 60 seconds, feel both eyeballs are become like a stone. Understand all the 4 instructions. First, sitting straight. Next, first sitting straight. Next, closing the eyes. Third, humming from deep stomach. You need to hum. Just do the humming. Let your lips be closed. Just do the humming from the navel center, from a deep stomach. Let me show you how to do. As deeply as possible, as loudly as possible, as lengthily as possible.
Are we taking the breath from the mouth?
Only from the nose.
Only because you were opening it and...
You see, when you open the mouth, body takes the whatever is necessary. Actually, when you give the gap, breathe goes only through the nose inside. But body takes a rest gap. That's all. Whether you breathe by nose or the mouth, don't bother. But do it as lengthily as possible, as loudly as possible, and as deeply as possible. Feel your body is an empty vessel and vibrate it totally. Your hands may tremble and your eyes may pour tears. The cough may come out. Don't bother about anything. Let your hands tremble. Vibrate so much so that your whole energy can be centered on your heart. 20 minutes, put your whole effort and hum. And next 10 minutes, sit silently, concentrate on the heart center. In this region, concentrate. Just feel that music is coming from here. You will be listening to music. That music is happening from this place. Just concentrate in this region. Not very tightly, relaxed way. Feel that region. 4 instruction. Sitting straight, closing the eyes, humming 20 minutes, silent sitting 10 minutes. That's all. Yes.
When you close the eyes, then usually you visualize something or the other. What we should do at that time?
Humming time, you concentrate more on humming. Don't allow the mind to work. Increase the sound of the humming, your thoughts will disappear into the humming. If the thoughts appear, again increase the sound, increase the sound of the humming. thoughts will disappear. No other visualization. Just feel, you can visualize as if you are an empty vessel and vibrate. That's more than enough.
You said the humming should start from the navel?
Yes, as deeply as possible.
But concentrating on the heart chakra?
And that is last 10 minutes. First 20 minutes no concentration, just hum totally. Became humming, vibration totally.
Can you show the humming just once a day? That when you do
Mm. No, not Om. It is much deeper than that. Any doubt in the instruction? Yes.
Swamiji, is it starting from the navel?
It will start from deep, much more deeper than navel. Don't bother from where it starts. Do it totally.
We don't have to focus on breathing.
No.
Breathing just goes
No,
on.
breathing just, yes.
Does the success of it depend on how forcefully you do it?
How?
How forcefully?
Yes. I wanted you to do it aggressively.
I get a headache when I do it.
Hmm?
I get a headache when I do it.
Headache.
Don't worry about it. First, if you have the potentiality to get the headache, once or twice it will come out, it will erupt out. You will never get it back. So, start chanting, start humming totally. Let us start the meditation. First tie the ribbons. Any doubt? Yes, doubt? Our experiences. You are welcome. Feel, that's all.
But I asked Balaji.
Means Mani Puraka. Mani means the diamond. Puraka means kept inside. Actually, the diamond is kept inside this lotus. There is a beautiful mantra in Buddhism, Manipatmeham. It means the jewel in the lotus, diamond in the lotus. That denotes this Manipura chakra only. In this chakra, there is a beautiful wealth, treasure is inside, but it is covered with mud. If you work on this chakra and open up this chakra, it will become tremendous energetic. And not only it will become energetic, if this chakra opens, you will have the intuition, power of intuition. Deep intuition. This chakra is related to worry and depression. I will take all your help to understand what is worry. I think you can give better explanation about worry. Usha will tell what is worry. Usha Naran?
Yes.
Yes, tell me what is worry.
Worrying?
Worry.
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 Worry. I think it's a state of your own mind.
Okay. Now one person is in real worrying. Let us ask her, what is worrying? Tell me.
Swamiji is my worry. No, I don't know the definition, Swamiji.
Tell me some definition. What do you mean by, see, there is a person who doesn't know worry at all. Tell me, what is your experience about worry?
When maybe your system is filled with like negativity or something,
Mhm.
the physiology is disturbed from negative thoughts.
Okay. Nice. She said the right word. Physiology is disturbed by negative thoughts. Not only psychology. We always think only psychology is disturbed. Don't think only psychology is disturbed by negative thoughts. Directly your physiology is disturbed. Don't think, oh, today if I think negative thoughts, tomorrow or day after tomorrow I may get the result. No. Today if I do all negative things, maybe when the time of leaving the body, I may get some sapa, I may get some punishment. Don't think. Negative thoughts doesn't wait. Negative thoughts not only affects the psychology, it directly affects the physiology. When you eat, don't think you digest only your food, you digest your thoughts also. Don't think only the food which you have taken in works on your body. The thoughts also are working on your body. Continuously your thoughts are working on your body. Your thoughts create your body. That is why in the East there is a beautiful Shastra. Shastra means scripture called Samudrika Lakshana. According to your body structure, they will tell you your character. According to your body structure, they will tell you your character. Because continuously your mind is creating your body. If your mind changes, your body will be created a new way. That is why the people who do the meditation camp, they get healed. So many of our devotees, they come and tell me, Swamiji, I had this problem, it has disappeared. I had that problem, it has disappeared. I have been healed, I have become alright. How can it be? Because when your thought system is changed, when your thinking system is organized, then naturally your physiology also becomes alright. Let us go to Anand Vimal. Where is Anand Vimal? Yes. Tell me what is worry. The heater machine. Then
Worry, it's a state of concern, concern over things that are negative.
let me put the whole thing in nutshell form. Worry is nothing but a habit. Worry is nothing but continuously repeating particular words even without your knowledge. Words which create shrinking feeling in you. Those words will be continuously repeated in your mind without your permission, without your control. That's all. It is not even under your control. We have two kinds of talking. One is talking to another one is talking to yourself. Talking to yourself only is called inner chattering. In the inner chattering, without even your control, some portions are continuously repeating the same word. It just gets depressed. When the system is corrupted, when the portion of your program is corrupted, you repeat the same words continuously to yourself without even your knowledge or control. The same thought continues to come up again and again and again. How much you try to take it out, you will not be able to. The moment you are playing, enjoying, you will forget. The moment you finish your play and enjoy, come and sit, immediately it starts. Doing. Tambura Shruti come to the same tune. Your mind is back to your tune. That becomes a basic tune in your mind. Again, come back to same. When you do some work or some job, you forget for a few minutes and you feel you are away from it. But the moment you rest, again you fall into the same ditch. The inner chattering, when it becomes totally corrupted, the inner chattering, when it gets totally disturbed, the inner chattering, when its flow is not happening like a river. Your inner chattering is like a river. But whenever it never flows, and when it stops and when it becomes a whirlpool, you are just pulled inside. If you fall in the river, you can save yourself always. If you are caught in the whirlpool, never. Because you will be just sucked inside. It's like a tornado. Tornado lifts up, whirlpool sucks in. The inner chattering, when it is disturbed, when it is not a flow, when it is not a river, then it just disturbs you. You have something called inner chattering from your navel. Actually, inner chattering starts only from the navel. If your navel is disturbed, your inner chattering gets corrupted. If your inner chattering is corrupted, your navel gets disturbed. Both are very closely associated to each other. If the lake is poisoned, the pipeline will be poisoned water. If the pipeline is poisoned, the lake will be poisoned. You can do the both either way. First lake can be poisoned, and then the whole water supply will be full of poison. If you poison the pipeline, you see, the water supply maybe the water only goes in this way, but in the thought it goes in the two way. If your thoughts are corrupted, it corrupts the navel chakra. How navel chakra gets corrupted? How Manipuraka gets corrupted? Your navel gets corrupted by the suppressions and depression. You continuously suppress and depress yourself. In so many times, you have to suppress your anger, you have to repress your sex, you have to repress your violence, you have to repress your feelings, suffering, sorrow, so many things you cannot express always. So many times you have to suppress. By suppressing, you make your navel totally corrupted. Your navel becomes just like a wound. Almost every one of us are living with a big wound. The cancer is not a real big thing. The wound, disturbed Manipuraka is the worst thing to live with. If you have cancer, you will have only pain where you have cancer. Suppose if somebody has got cancer in the neck, they will have only pain in the neck. If you have the wounded or disturbed navel center, you will have pain throughout the body. All your pain is rooted only in navel center. All your pain, not only stomach troubles, even the pain is related to navel center only. If the navel center is disturbed, only then you get the pain. It is the ori which is the deep root, which is the reason for all pains. Continuous disturbed inner chattering is what I call ori. Disturbed inner chattering is what is the ori. If your inner chattering is clean, you will never feel like getting out of the inner chattering. Because your inner chattering is so disturbed, you always want to somehow silence your mind. We always think, suddenly if God switches off our mind, that will be the greatest gift. That will be the great relaxation. Because it is continuously torturing you, you want to somehow escape. The method or the trials to escape, many methods people have tried to escape from their inner chattering. One is continuously drinking, continuously eating. All these things are actually byproduct, a side effect of the disturbance of navel chakra. People actually, when they are not able to live with themselves, just to forget them only, they drink. And just to forget them only, they continuously eat. Obesity is very closely associated to depression. Obesity and depression is very closely associated. When you feel empty, depressed inside, you continuously tend to eat and fill yourself. You continuously tend to eat and fill yourself. So, obesity and the depression, they are very closely related. Continuous collected worries, that only disturbs the nervous center. That only disturbs your inner chattering. We cannot express all our anger, all our suppressed violence on anywhere and everywhere. That is why it is just gets suppressed, or it goes and disturbs the navel center. That's a beautiful meditation technique to work on the navel center, to break your inner chattering, to open the Pandora box. You are all, don't think you are all sitting on a chair or you are sitting on a carpet, you are sitting on a volcano. Big volcano is there inside. You have suppressed all your vengeance, emotions, everything. You are sitting on that. That is why a small stone, just a small stone is enough to flare you up. One small incident is enough. You are just waiting on whom you will jump. Just waiting, ready. The moment you get some chance, you jump on him or her. Just waiting for every minute, waiting for every moment. Understand, neither expressing on somebody is going to help, nor suppressing in your system is going to help. If you express it on somebody, what will happen? They will again shout at you. It will create only the karma chakra, the chain of karma, link of karmas. Even if they can't express it on you, they will go and express it on somebody else. Your boss shouts at you, you yell at your wife dumps it on the kids go and disturb the pets, pet comes and bites you. That is a circle. Pets come and bite you over. That is the circle it is going on. So everybody is throwing upon others. Throwing on others is not going to help you. Neither throwing on others is going to help you, nor suppressing it with you is going to help you. Then what is the solution? Let us release it in the air. Release it in the air. This is the technique called Manipura Vishuddhi Kriya. To release your emotions into the air. To release your violence and vengeance into the air. Every one of us have got violence inside. Don't think you don't have. Anybody who says I don't have any suppression or repression, come and sit here. One guy told me, Swamiji, I don't have me and my wife, we both never fight with each other. I was really surprised. Asked him, how is it possible? How do you manage it? He said, the moment I got married, I stopped speaking. The moment I got married, I stopped speaking. Over. Maybe there is a chance in that way to keep quiet. And one guy came and told me, Swamiji, last 1 week I have not spoken with my wife. I asked him, why? Are you mad at her? No, I am afraid of interrupting her. You may be keeping quiet in that way, but never think you don't have. We have enough of stuff inside. We have enough of stuff inside. The moment you close your eyes, you can immediately remember only the people who disturbed you, who cheated you, who exploited you, who gave money to you and asking back, and who took money from you and not giving back. Only these guys come in the mind. Only these guys appear in your being. So understand, neither expressing it on others is going to help, nor suppressing in your system is going to help. When you suppress, you disturb yourself. When you express, you disturb others. That's what happens. When you express, you shout at everybody, you yell at everybody. When you suppress on you, you disturb your Manipuraga. And now they say a special type of acid is released when you get angry. A chemical is released in your system. So if you continuously suppress, your being becomes just like an acid tub. You are continuously taking bath in acid tub.
When we get a fear, some kind of body smell is coming out, some animals or something going to...
That he has raised a beautiful thing, subject. Now there's one more research. Tigers never attack human beings if they are not afraid. Tigers are actually not against human beings. But when you get afraid, frightened, when you are frightened, when you see the tiger, you release a smell. Tigers don't like that smell actually. They say, if you just stay without getting frightened in front of a tiger, it never gets disturbed, or it never attacks you. Of course, research scholars, they are proving. That's why the way they handle in the zoos. If you don't get frightened, they never attack you. When you get frightened, you release a chemical, you release a smell. They are afraid, they don't like the smell. That is the reason they attack you. Not only, actually Vivekananda once faced the tiger. Not only the tiger did not attack him, and it simply went away. Because he was never frightened. He was there as it is. So it is your fear, just like this fear, the worry also, the anger also releases a chemical in you. Neither expressing on somebody is going to help, nor expressing on suppressing in your system is going to help. Then what is the way? Release it in the air. There is a meditation technique to release your anger, violence, vengeance in the air, to cleanse the Manipuraga. It's like a vomiting out. In the yoga system, two kinds of vomiting. One is literally vomiting, really vomiting the food. After eating, they will make a special kind of water with salt. It's a kriya. It's a kriya to cleanse your navel. Physiologically, they will cleanse. You will be made to drink that water, and then you will vomit. Your body will become so clean and so fresh, you will be surprised. You will never feel so fresh. So it will be cleansed thoroughly. That is actually only physiological level. Now we are going to do it in a psychological level. Cleaning your navel and cleaning the Manipuraga. Cleaning the navel is different. Cleaning the navel center is different. Cleaning the navel is like vomiting, simple vomiting. Cleaning the navel center is emotional vomiting. Now we are going to do the emotional vomiting. How to do? The meditation technique says, talk in the language which you don't know, that's all. That is what the meditation technique says. When you are asked to speak except the languages which you know, your mind stops and emotion starts working. It's like a big volcano is there inside. You put a cover and that you are sitting. The cover is inner chattering. The verbalization is the languages which you know is the cover. When you remove the verbalization, the languages which you know, simply the emotion starts coming out. The volcano erupts out. You can throw all your emotions out. When you throw your emotions out, the navel center is totally cleansed. Psychological vomiting happens.
Is it like a baby when you can talk?
Yes. Babies do this meditation. That is why they are so graceful. Every ASP I ask, nobody has answered. I always ask, have you seen an ugly baby? Have you seen all over the world? You see in all countries. Have you seen a single kid who is ugly? Have you seen a single grown-up man who is beautiful? When you are a kid, you maintain your navel center. Navel center is the in charge of your aura body. If your navel is empty, pure, beautiful, you have a special grace around you. Kids will practice two techniques. One is the blabbering. Once you feed them and put them in the cradle, immediately they will start shouting and kicking the legs. Something they will be shouting. That actually cleanses their Manipura. It helps them to digest the food. It activates the navel center. That's one thing. And second thing, the spinning, whirling. Only if your navel is pure, you can whirl. If your navel is not pure, if you whirl, you will get dizziness. The pitta will increase. You will fall. Many people try to imitate my dancing. After 3 whirling, after 3 spinning, new people could not understand what I speak. Many I have seen, they try to spin. He also tried and fallen. When your navel center is pure, only then you can spin or whirl. Kids, you can see, they will whirl like anything and they will never feel giddy. Of course, we are not going to practice the second technique, we will practice the first. First, let us do the psychological vomiting. Let us cleanse the navel center. Let me give the instruction for the meditation. First 1 minute you will concentrate on the navel center. Then just start creating some sound as if you are fighting and throwing away your anger. Bring all your intimate enemies and kill them. And start fighting with them. Just create as much sound as possible, as deeply as possible, as loud as possible. Creating sound opens the navel chakra. Creating sound shakes the inner chattering. Creating sounds shakes the inner chattering. Only one condition, you cannot stop at any reason. You cannot stop for till the meditation is over. Till the meditation is over, you cannot stop. Continue, in the starting you need to act as if you are acting. As if you are acting. After a few minutes you will see really your emotions are getting flooded out. Your emotions are getting released.
With my inner chattering, sometimes I bring up anger, but sometimes I bring up guilt.
Anger, guilt, everything disturbs the Manipura, navel. You see, inverted anger is guilt. Anger standing in Sarasasana is guilt.
Okay, with anger, I can bring up thoughts of the people I'm angry with.
Guilt, just guilt will, you will start weeping. Guilt will come out as a tear. Tears.
Do I call up the people I've hurt?
Yes. You see, one thing, when the guilt comes up, you will see that automatically the self-pity, the anger on yourself comes. And that will ooze out as a tear. That will come out as a tears.
But when you call out names, aren't we using something like
No language. Just shout the name, shout the sounds, that's all.
So you can
Don't,
say that.
yes, don't say the names or don't say the things which you understand. Then your inner chattering will start working. Don't allow the inner chattering to work. Continuously create sounds so that the just emotions are released in the air. Understand the technique? You can fight, jump, scream, yell, roll, dance, anything except beating the next person. Only you cannot harm the next person. Except that, you can do anything. Yes.
I don't quite understand. So what we're doing is just using sounds, and automatically This is trying
in
to
all-
release anger.
Just create sounds, then you will see. Just shout as much as possible. Create different kinds of sounds.
Alright.
Then you will see automatically emotion opens up. See, you will be man only as long as you have the inner chattering. You have mind. That is why Manushya, it is called in Sanskrit. They call man who has got mind is Manushya. When you throw away your mind, the animal portion will come up. And you will become totally violent. I tell you, to be utterly violent for a few minutes. So that you psychologically vomit it out. Otherwise you will be vomiting on everybody. Boss vomits on you, you vomit on your wife on the kids on the pets on you. Circle. Same circle is happening. Each one is vomiting on others. You always feel you are hurt because your navel is hurt. I have seen many people, for no reason they will feel, he has hurt me, he has hurt me, he has hurt me. He wants to take me over, he wants to rule me, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. No. Nobody wants to hurt you. Nobody wants to rule you. It is our feeling. We always say that he is like this, he is like this, he is like this. So because your navel is hurt, you feel continuously hurt. Empty your navel, vomit out, then you will see your whole being undergoes a new transformation. Then after meditation, last 10 minutes, just sit silently, concentrating on the navel, relaxing the navel. First 1 minute, you will concentrate on the navel. When I say start creating sounds. You can see very clearly. From navel the sounds are coming. After the meditation, when I say sit silently and concentrate on the navel. Ready? Yes, tie the ribbon.